Carlos, in front, right here. Well, congratulations on your last win. I guess how's life been since that big knockout loss? Because, now you're here as a guest fighter. You got both Ankalaev and Pereira saying that you're probably next. So just how's life?
Sweet, man, sweet. I shot off back home to New Zealand. I had about an hour to pack my bags again and jump on the plane to head here to Vegas. So it's nice to be here and in the flesh, man.
How's the attention from the fans been? Because for a long time, the City Kickboxing Boys, it was always like, oh, training partners with Izzy. But it really feels like, since that Jan fight, you've emerged as like your own fighter, and now people are really focusing on you as a future champion.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I'm not too much of a trash talker, but now we're here. I proved myself. And that's what I like doing. I like to prove myself. And the most important thing is to make sure that I know for myself that I belong here and I belong at that top.
And obviously there's another light heavyweight fight that they also believe that they're fighting for the number one contender. But I guess how good does it feel and to hear, like we said earlier, like both Ankalaev and Pereira are saying you're the one they want to fight next. They want these fresh matchups.
They know, because they know what it is. They know who deserves the spot, and I definitely know that I'm next on the spot, and I've earned my due. And you know what? But I'm not even going to call for it anymore. I will fight anyone. If I have to, just to prove to any of the critics or anyone in the division, anyone. I will fight Yuri or Khalil, whoever wins between the both of them. I'll fight them just to make sure that everyone can shut up, and I am next.
You also have this. I saw an interview where you said, you would prefer to fight Ankalaev over Alex, just because it seems like Ankalaev presents more puzzles and seems almost unbeatable. So I guess why Ankalaev as opposed to maybe quote unquote the bigger name in Alex?
I feel like he's dangerous. I feel like he's a more well-versed fighter. He's all-around fighter. And I think he'd be the guy to beat. And if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. And right now, he's the man. So that's the guy that I want to beat. And if he can get this done over Pereira tonight, and I get in there and I beat Ankalaev, then that just means I'm the man. I know I'm the man right now. I don't even have a title.
And then just last one for me. The first time you and I spoke, it was you and Blood Diamond we were in the bubble, and you weren't even in the UFC yet. So I guess since then to now, how can you summarize your UFC career from being Izzy's training partner, Contender Series, and now possibly fighting for a title next?
Surreal, man, surreal. But I mean, I've always believed. I've got a lot of belief in myself, and I've always had that belief that I was going to be at this top. It's always been there. And now that we're here, I'm shining.
Carlos right here. For someone who's never going to be in the octagon, can you just talk about what it feels like to have a performance like you did on Saturday? Just looked like you were so dialed in. You get a highly ranked, very dangerous guy out of there in the first round. Just what is that moment like for someone who's never going to step in there?
Pretty good, man. It was a good feeling. And not only that, it was my first 5-rounder, first headliner. So you could imagine how much of the pressure that you would think that it would have on me. But I rose to the occasion, and that's what I love. I love being put in the deep end. And when I do, I always come in prepared, and I get the job done.
I asked a little bit more for your reaction. The internet got a big kick out of the female fan at the Q&A saying, hey, Carlos, best looking guy in the UFC. You did take a photo up with her. Just wondering, just being the guy talked about like that, what do you react? What goes through your mind when that kind of moment happens?
I got my eyes on that gold, man. That's all that matters to me.
Do you feel like you're the most popular fighter with the female fan base in the UFC?
I got my eyes on the gold, man. That's all it is to me.
Looking forward to the next one.
Thank you.
Carlos over here. There's another model in the UFC now, Islam Dulatov. Have you heard about him, and what's your advice to him on balancing being a model and a prize fighter?
Nah, man, he's awesome. I've seen him, and he's done his job. He's done his work in the octagon, and he looks good. And he looks good outside of the octagon too. So all props to him, man. And I can't give him any advice. I just think that he will do his thing in there, and the name of the game is to hit and not get hit, man. And that's all it comes down to.
And you come from an amazing gym, City Kickboxing. I want to know who's pushed you the most in training and in life as a human being after losing that first fight in the UFC?
Man, I've always had inspiration for Mark Hunt. He's a big inspiration for me. He's the one that got me into the UFC, or he's motivated me to believe that I could be the next guy. I followed him years and years ago. He took me around the world, not only me but the Tougher brothers, Bam Bam Tuivasa, and we all made it into the UFC. We all did because of Mark Hunt. So I give my props to him. And then at CKB, we all level up, and I think we all keep each other sharp. So there's a lot of us in the UFC right now, and you can see that there's so many guys coming up and about to enter the UFC right now. So it's massive right now in New Zealand and Australia.
Carlos, do you ever find it uncomfortable that actually it's mostly us men in the media who bring up how beautiful you are?
I do, bro. I do.